Sorry, Snoopy. You can't go with us. Dogs aren't allowed on the school bus.
Woof.
So, welcome to episode 2 of Unwanted Counselling, and today's topic is I Choose Me. And today, my special guest that I have with me is none other than Stephen.
Hello.
Hello. No, Ayca. Her name is Ayca. One of my good friends. I've known her for about, how long now?
2.5.
2.5 years now?
Yeah.
We danced together, we've gone through heaps together. But she's a good candidate. I really wanted her here for this topic that I have chosen for today, and I think there's a lot of insight, a lot of opinions to be said, a lot of things to be said as well. So I'm excited.
I always have a lot of opinions.
She has a lot to say. She loves to
Not
talk.
all are appreciated.
It's fine. So without further ado, let's begin this podcast. I Choose Me. So to begin it off, I'm going to bring out my notes.
Yes.
So the first thing I'm going to put up is, this is a scenario I'm going to give, and we'll go off of this.
Yep.
So you finally turn 18, and you have to choose whether to be happy or wealthy, and why would you choose one?
Honestly, I know a lot of people have issues with that. Like, they find it really hard to decide.
Yeah.
Because, obviously, mostly because of their parents or stuff like that. But I've always known since I was little that I was always going to choose, like, what I want to do despite possibly being broke for a while. Like, it's never been an issue for me. Like, I've always had my parents in the background being like, you know, like, making money will be good. Like, maybe you should make some money. But they never pushed me, which I'm very grateful for. They never forced me to do something I don't want to do.
Yeah.
But they were always there. They were always had that kind of, like, in the background, like, yeah, but, like, money sort of thing. But, so it's never really been difficult for me. Like, I've always known that I'm just going to do what makes me happy, whether it makes me money or not. But I know a lot of people don't have that option.
Yeah, there are people that don't have that option. I've had a few friends who just have to say whatever their parents say, however they want to dictate their life, they have to go with that.
Yeah.
And it's all about just do it. Like, you have no other choice, do it. Like, I raised you, I sacrificed a lot for your future, for you to be happy, but it's kind of like they also step into it and they're just kind of like, you have to sacrifice things.
See, I have a problem with that. Like, that's guilt tripping your kids though. Like, saying like, I sacrificed such and such for you, like I did this for you, like, to owe it back to me, you have to become a lawyer, you have to become a doctor, make money for the family. To me, that's wrong. Like, that's guilt tripping your children into doing something they don't really want to do, but doing it because they feel like they have to for their family, which isn't what should happen.
Exactly.
Like, if you genuinely love your kids, you would sacrifice things for them anyway.
Yeah.
Despite whatever they do, as long as they respect you, love you, give that all that respect and love back, then what they do with their career shouldn't matter as long as they're happy.
Yeah, but that also not to say maybe the parents aren't
Lily
wrong.
farted. You stank.
Oh, that dog did fart. No, but I think the parents also are probably trying to come from a good place, but I think they just don't know any better. Like, they want to give good advice to kids, be like, hey, yes, do what you want, follow your dreams, follow what you want to do. I'm trying not to stand in your way, but it's hard because, they've come from a different generation, different past. And so maybe their way of doing that is just way too harsh, maybe they haven't realized how it's being done. And they think they're right, that they're doing something right for the kid, but they don't realize it's just a little too much, or they just don't know how to give leeway. Or just sit back and support, but if they need it, step and be like, hey, maybe this is a little better until you're financially okay. If you're good, you're independent, you have survivability, then go chase what you want to chase.
See, that's okay.
Yeah.
But then there are what we call tiger parents out there.
Yeah.
Where they have one idea of what they want and what they want their kids to do, and there's no way of...
I think that's wild.
Like, to me, like, I can't imagine the people that have to go through... If you're one of the people that have to go through that, like, I feel bad.
I feel bad.
Like, that's not fair for you.
Lily?
To me, tiger parenting is not a good way of parenting.
No, it's not.
Like, I feel like it would just have so many more negative consequences than actual positive.
Yeah. And it affects the kids. Like, if they're so confined to a lot of things, I feel like they're more prone to doing things against.
Yeah.
My parents have this belief that, like, if they push us to not do something, we'll do it more. If they tell us not to do drugs, or not saying it's going to be that extreme, but
don't do drugs.
It's kind of like when they're saying, oh, don't do drugs, drugs is bad, drugs is evil. But in the future, you can't help. Like, it's your curiosity growing up. You're kind of like, what is drugs? What's it like? Maybe just this one time. And that
why
could just
so
spiral.
bad?
Yeah, why is it so bad? So I think, tell your parents, it's unnecessary. I just think.
But again, like, we know how bad it is. And like people who go through it also suffer with that. But I feel like there's still no way of really wriggling out of it until you become independent, I suppose. Then you can go and do your own thing.
Yeah.
But it's a very difficult topic because there's like some people who just genuinely they can't. There's nothing they can do to wriggle out of that situation until they become dependent and independent. Sorry, and don't make fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you.
And I guess, unfortunately, that's just some circumstances that people have to go through. Yeah.
Have you ever been put in a circumstance similar to that? Like, I know you were saying that your parents, they're always there. They're always, they're supporting you what you do, but in the background, they're always like, but make the right decision. Something that's not gonna. I
definitely don't think that I have never felt pressure from my parents.
Everyone does.
Definitely have felt pressure from my parents, especially my dad. Mm-hmm. Ever since I left high school, he has non-stop been asking me, so what are you going to do? What's your plan? He wants me to give him like a 5-year advanced plan. I'm like, Dad, I don't even know what I'm going to do like next week.
And he wants your 5-year plan.
And he wants my 5-year plan. He's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to make money? Like, what? Like, I'm like, like, how do you answer that question? I think everyone can agree. Like, how do you answer that question?
It's difficult to answer that question.
Like, you can say you'll do one thing, but then when that time comes, it's a completely different story. Like, it's just impossible to answer a question like that. Even, what are you gonna do next year? Like, you can have like a rough idea, like, I want to travel and then try and get a new job.
Yeah.
But like, who knows what will happen in that 1 year?
You never know.
So never feel the pressure to feel like you have to know what to do in the next 5-10 years.
And if your parents are pushing so much for that, try and maybe build up your confidence to be able to talk to them. Be like, hey, like, I'm trying hard. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Pressure from you doesn't help. I know everyone's circumstance with their family is different. Some aren't close, some are close. But it's kind of like, if you can talk to them and communicate how you're doing, where you're going, how you're feeling. If you're not close to them, fuck it. Fuck that. Like, there's not much you can do. Go talk to your friend. Go talk to your grandma, grandparents. Even
your dog, your cat.
Your dog, your cat. Go talk to your imaginary friend. If you do, you're most likely a lunatic.
The homeless man down the street.
The homeless man down the street. That's the one.
Yeah.
No, but that's, no. I've also had circumstances like that where I feel pressure. Like, I'm very creative, free, and whatnot. My parents are always there for sure, but they're definitely those typical traditional parents that come from Eastern Europe, and they're like, they've sacrificed a lot. They've migrated here for a better future for me and my siblings. And yes, I was the first experiment, the firstborn of the family. So it's kind of like they push very much. Go uni, do this degree. Dad always pushed me, be a dentist, just be a dentist. I'm like, why? I don't like dentistry. I don't like being in that medicine field or any in that field in general, because it doesn't interest me. And I feel like, no.
They just want they want the easy way out sort of thing. Like, here, do this and you'll make money. You'll be...
No, that's exactly... He's like, just make money. Like, you fix one tooth and it's like $700 in your pocket. I'm like, okay, but like, you're there like a few hours, like so many hours a day, like fixing teeth, and you don't like
the amount of study you'll have to do.
To do something you don't even like.
And because I'm an only child,
yeah.
So I have a similar thing, like how you're the firstborn, you're the oldest.
Yeah.
But I'm the only child, so all the attention is on me, whether it be positive or negative attention.
Yeah.
All the pressure will be on me for pretty much, I guess, not to be dramatic, but continuing the legacy.
Continuing the legacy.
I'm probably the second person in my like immediate family that has actually gone to uni.
Second?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, in my immediate family. So the first person was my auntie, my mum's youngest sibling. And after that it was me. So, and my auntie now is like 30 something.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So it's a big deal for me to go to uni, for me to finish uni. Like, not going to uni was never an option.
Yeah.
If I had even mentioned that, like...
You're gonna get it. Quick clap for that.
A clap.
A clap is what you're gonna get for that. You don't want to go to uni? Too bad.
Well, we're gonna fix that, but yeah. So.
But yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
But you're in uni right now, so you're doing.
Yeah.
well.
Well, I have to be honest. I'm not enjoying it. I've almost finished. I thought I was doing something that I wanted, and it is on the subject that I want to pursue. But I just feel like the uni system here is so draining.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different story.
That's a whole different story.
a whole
That's
different
another topic that we'll discuss at one point.
One
but it is draining.
Yeah.
Where was I going to go? Yeah, so I choose me. That's super important, I think, for everyone these days. And
not just education-wise.
Just
literally everything.
Everything.
Relationships, education, work, everything.
Your hobbies as well, what you want to do. Yeah, exactly. I definitely wanted to cover the topic of pressure to be happy or to be wealthy. I'm a big, strong fan of being happy. I think you are as well, and choosing what you want to do. If we are wealthy along the way, awesome. That's a bonus.
Buy yourself a Gucci bag.
Buy yourself a Gucci bag. Be happy. But yeah, happiness is 100%. And I think it's such a mental game as well. Like, your mentality is such a big challenge, especially in today's environment.
Yeah,
You're
for sure.
like, you're distracted or you're influenced by a lot of things and a lot of fake images in the world, like this kind of life. You can be wealthy and happy, this kind, from your family, from outside external resources and whatnot. So I feel like being mental is the biggest thing, and I'm a big advocate for being mentally okay, being in charge of your mental game and not letting someone else shake it too much. Like, they can give advice or suggestions or opinions, totally up to you to take it if you want to.
Because there's always a difference between giving advice and then being controlled and being told what's right, what's wrong, what you should do, what you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Advice is so much different from that. Like, it's more of a suggestion, really. Yeah, a helpful suggestion. Like constructive criticism. Also, by the way, anyone who can't take constructive criticism, sort your shit out.
Yeah.
Stop being a fucking baby.
I couldn't take constructive citizenship.
I couldn't take constructive citizenship.
I could not take constructive criticism when I was younger. I just would break down and cry. I just thought someone was out to get me whenever I received that.
That's what a lot of people think when they get constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Like, if you want some genuine, like, non-constructive criticism, then you'll probably want to cry.
You'll probably want to cry. But I think you just need to learn to be confident, open about it, and be like, hey, they're not coming from a bad place. Considering
it's to help you. Help you grow and improve.
And I think if it's someone that's giving you constructive criticism out of their way, out of their time to help you, that's such a big bonus. But if it's someone out there that has they come with ill intention and just trying to ruin your day, I hope you pick up on that and realize it's not constructive criticism.
If the criticism you're receiving makes you feel shit and like you're not good and what you're doing is a big fail, then that's probably bullying. It's probably not constructive criticism. It's taking the vise of constructive criticism, but it's just they're just trying to take a jab out of you because maybe they just don't like you or something.
Exactly. But I reckon instead of crying or getting upset or making a big argument, if it's someone that's not close to you, forget about them. Be done with it. Sure. You yourself have to learn how to be like, hey, this is what it is. It's not coming from a good place, and you need to know how to not be affected by it. Yeah. And I think this can be applied to anything and everything in life. Once again, whether it's career, studying, relationships, your work, your future, your hobbies, just learn to not be affected by things that it's not going to have an impact.
That aren't going to be there in the next year, in the next month, in the next week even. That one person's comment shouldn't stick with you for more than 5 minutes.
No.
If it does, then
you have some serious insight. You have to dig deep, find out who you are, what you stand for, and what goes well with you.
For sure.
And I know a lot of people come late into that game of figuring that shit out.
Yeah, that's okay.
And that is okay. I just hope you have and you find yourself a good support system that can support you. Some people think they have a good support system, but it's kind of like they're the people that will tear you down, bring you down, and once you're in a good place, they're like, oh, clap, 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 I was there for you the whole way through. And it's kind of like, no. And you need to be able to read that red flag and be like, put them in the garbage bag and throw it out and go find yourself.
In a garbage bag.
Yeah, that's it.
Garbage.
I want you guys to take away the fact that I want you to take away that whatever energy or vibe you put into the world, that is what you receive.
Oh, I 100% believe in that shit. If you sitting there watching don't believe in that and you're like, no. It is so real. As Justin Timberlake once said, what goes around comes around.
100%.
Okay? It is so true.
And it's scary. and it's scary. You can be negative for a whole year and you will just be surrounded by that kind of energy and those kind of people, and you will go nowhere.
Bad juju. It's out there.
It's out there.
And if you're the one putting it out there, I'm not saying you deserve what you get back, but
if karma thinks you deserve it, then who am I to intervene? Karma is karma.
That's on you.
That's on you.
That's on you.
That is on you.
For sure.
But
anyway.
Be positive. Give that energy. Support other people around you in the world. Do it. You'll get some good deeds back. Maybe you'll be more happy. Maybe you'll be more wealthy. Who knows how we'll come back. But, just be positive.
Yeah, be positive.
Please and thank you.
It's like the easiest thing.
It's the easiest. It's not easy for some people. They really do struggle. Some people are just inherently fucking negative. I've met a few people like that.
Yeah, so bad.
But I hope you guys can sort your shit out. Alright, I choose me. Shackled dreams. I had this written down. I was thinking about it. A lot of people dream. A lot of people want to go somewhere, do something, be whatever they want. But it gets shackled down. And when I say that, it's kind of like sometimes it's shackled down by external influence, like society, again, your family. But I think the biggest, what's that word? The biggest culprit in this field is yourself. That you get possibly influenced and you just put shackles on your dreams and they are there. We're always
our biggest critic. We're always our own worst critic.
Yes, we are.
I know, yeah.
Anything we receive, we make it worse or we take it more personally 10 times. 10 times more personally.
Tenfold, yeah.
Even though we just told you to sort your shit out. It's a learning phase and it always starts like this. Yeah. And you just need to learn
Everyone has always got more to learn.
Yeah.
No matter how confident one person may seem, like that person will always have insecurities.
100%.
Will always have more to learn, more to grow from. So never feel like you're less than someone, definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Never let anyone put you down in that field once again.
Definitely. Shackled dreams, eh?
Shackled dreams. Let's unshackle that and like go high and aim high.
Unshackle
Let's unshackle. You have one life, honest to God. Even now at my age, 23, I feel like I'm slowly going somewhere. I'm just getting back into studying. I feel late to this game. One of the reasons I got into studying again is just because I see everyone else with a career. They finish uni. They're registered nurses. They're doing this, they're that. They have a career. They're doing well. And I think it's just harder when I'm more creative in my head. I'm just always in the sky. Like I just don't know how to put my feet down on the ground and sometimes think logically. But it's a process.
I feel like a lot of people have that issue where they feel almost pressured to have to do something because everyone else around them is studying, graduating, having a career. But I just feel like there's a line in that. Like there's a line between being pressured into doing it and being inspired to doing it.
Yeah.
I feel like you should never be pressured into doing something, because when you are pressured into doing something just because everyone else is doing it, then I feel like it's not going to have the same outcome.
It's not, yeah.
It's going to feel like you were forced to do it. You're not going to have the same motivation to do it. And it's not going to feel right, if you know what I mean.
It won't feel right, yeah.
If you're inspired to do it, like if you're inspired to get fit, lose weight, have a nice body, like that's a different story to being pressured into having a nice body because you see all these girls with really hot bodies and snatched waists and big booties, but like, I'm a culprit of that.
Yeah, I'm a culprit as well, like guys as well. Chiseled like abs, built, broad, everything going on for them. Even my boyfriend, sometimes he gives me, not sometimes, like I've had times where he gives me pressure of like,
I don't know if you should add that in there.
No, I'm being honest as well and unfiltered. Like,
okay, well, let's repeat that since I cut you off. So repeat it.
I know I've been affected by like body imagery as well in this world, and I want to be fit. Like I feel like I'm not fit. I'm a little slack, but I think I'm okay. Like I'm doing well, but I could be doing better. I could be more motivated in that aspect. But it's just hard. Like I'm not.
But it's good that you realize that about yourself.
Yeah.
That like I'm the same. Like I realize I could do more. Like I could definitely do more, and sometimes I just don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as long as you never let yourself go down into like the darkest place where you end up just being pressured into doing something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Genuinely want to do.
But it is good to be self-aware. I think that's a big trait. If you can learn it, if you can somehow get into it, do it. Like being always self-aware is great. It has its negatives. It can really fuck you up. It's fucked me up a lot of times. But 80%, 90% of the time, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing well. I'm not taking anyone's shit, and I'm not letting...
Exactly, and it's also very important to reward yourself.
Yes.
As well, not constantly berate yourself and constantly be negative about what you're not doing.
Yeah.
Reward yourself for the small things that you do. Like, oh, you went for a walk after a while. Like, that's something. Like, that's you went out, you took a walk. Doesn't matter if you didn't do, like, a fucking...
You didn't run
300 sprint.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly,
I mean? Like,
exactly.
You did something, you went outside, you did a little exercise. That's what counts.
That's it.
Oh, you didn't eat that whole chocolate bar for once. Like, there you go. There's it. Good job.
Yeah, legit. Some people, that is
that's
the
like,
big thing.
That's like for me.
I'm a cult.
I will smash through a whole fucking can of Pringles.
But if I smash through something like that, I
feel very shit
I
about
feel very shit about it. And then afterwards, you're going to catch me running. Not walking, running through the neighborhood.
I still don't run. I just feel bad about it.
But definitely reward yourself for small things. That's
okay, but like, let me tell you, if you smash through that whole can of Pringles in that one go, then you won't have Pringles left. So you won't eat any more junk food. So it's gone.
But if
you
did
yourself a favor.
Wait. But if you're wealthy, you can just go get another one and
but
smash through it again.
But
don't do it. You'll get fat like me.
You'll get fat.
But just be aware of yourself and reward yourself for small things. Always make improvements. Always, baby steps. They're important.
And some people, that's how they improve. Baby steps. Some people are able to just fucking fly through life and just... I don't know how they do that. Some people are like that. Good for them. But it's okay if you take really small steps and take the tiniest little steps to get where you want to be, and that's fine too.
That's fine too.
As long as you're doing something.
Exactly. Don't not be doing anything.
I mean, it depends.
If you work hard, then don't do anything for a bit. Just relax yourself.
It's always good to balance. People who complain about not getting what they want,
but they feel entitled to everything.
They feel entitled to certain things. They feel like certain things should happen to them. They should get certain things, but all they do is sit on their ass. Or, for example, this person might be wealthy, might have advantages like that, so they don't feel like they should have to do anything, but then complain when they don't get something, or they applied for a job and that job didn't accept them, and they complain about that. Well, if you're doing nothing with your life, if you've done nothing with your life, and you're sitting there complaining about anything, really, no one, including me, feels pity for you.
No. None.
Because if you're not putting anything out, then you don't really deserve anything back. And the world won't give anything back to you. That's my opinion on that.
That's a good opinion. Like, that's it.
So I have no pity for you if you're purposefully not doing anything. If there's a reason why you can't do something, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But if you have no excuse...
I'm sorry, that sounds like a you issue and
no
one
like
else's
a Jesus issue.
Yeah, Jesus issue.
Hopefully Jesus still loves you. That's what you're gonna need.
Hopefully it
I'm
does.
not even religious.
I need the... No, that's fair. Yeah. Cute.
Yeah,
Lily,
cute.
Lily, you doing okay? She's asleep. She died.
I'm kidding, she's fine.
Oh, she's alive. She's alive, guys. She's
fine.
alive.
There have been no harmed dogs in this scenario.
Yeah. She's cute. Fuck. Alright. Moving on. Still under the I Choose Me, I want to kind of push something towards everyone that listens to this and everyone in the world. It's just, I want everyone to get creative in their lives. You may consider yourself not creative, you don't know how to boogie, you don't know how to paint, you're left-handed, and you're both left-handed, both left feet, you don't know how to do anything creative. I think, okay, maybe you aren't, like maybe you're just absolute ass at anything creative, but I think you should still keep pushing for it, because it has a sense of, not freedom, but it's very freeing to do something like that, because it's out of the normal, it's out of the things that's just...
It's not set. It's not written in a textbook.
Yeah, it's not like... Yeah.
No one can tell you how to do it.
It's not coded, and that's what we're sticking to. It's something out of that.
Another thing about that is that to be creative doesn't necessarily mean you have to do something art related. Yeah. Me being in the performing arts industry for a long time, I've discovered that being creative, art, is very, very subjective. Art can be considered... Okay, bitch. Me here trying to be all like professional.
ASMR out there.
Subjective.
That is going there. That is the beginning of this video.
Anyway, what I was saying is, find what is creative to you, what your creative outlet is. For some people, that's painting. You don't even have, the thing is, to be creative, you don't even have to be good at it. There's no such thing as being good at art. You know what I mean? Like that? Like, okay, sure.
I feel pressure sometimes. Like, I want to do that, but I'm like, I'm absolutely, like, I'm terrible at it. I'm tragic. And it does scare me from doing it. But I think...
Which I think a lot of people get stopped from doing it because they don't think they should do it because they're not as good as that person who just created, like, a life-size fucking portrait of their mother.
Exactly. And I think I'm... In that case, like, for example... painting, I'm terrible at drawing. I do not draw. I once had this assessment. There was a 3D model I was meant to model. You know what I modeled 3D? A fucking stick man. Because I couldn't do a 3D model of anything else because I couldn't draw. The only thing I was good at in that subject was a fucking video reel, and my specialty is media, not drawing.
And that in itself is an art.
That is an art.
You know what? Making a sandwich is an art.
It is.
It's actually been considered like an art.
Sandwich maker,
sandwich artist. Yeah, it's actually a thing. I am not kidding. Google it.
Sponsor us, Subway.
Subway. Eat fresh.
Subway fresh.
Eat fresh, people. That's a Woolworths.
Doesn't matter. Subway.
But art is what you consider an art.
Yes.
So something you're passionate about doing. Anything you're passionate outside of your regular thing. You know what I mean?
Regular.
Whether it be singing, dancing, art, drawing, writing. Writing is also a very good creative outlet. Bloody gardening. If you want to fucking garden, plant some tomatoes.
Do it. Don't be ashamed of that. Go buy like sachets of like
My
flower
mom loves
seeds.
her garden so much.
Go do it. It's good. We need more gardening. This world is just like less green, more just industrial.
That woman works 5 days a week from morning till night. And every morning she'll go outside and just admire her garden.
I love that.
She speaks to her potato plants like they're her children.
She's like a Sims character. I love that.
So, like, find something that brings you happiness, brings you joy. Like, that's what brings my mum happiness. To, like, see her garden grow, to see the vegetables, like, fully grow and, like, pick them and use them in her cooking. Like, that's her outlet.
That's pretty impressive.
And for me, it's, like, comes in a lot of things. Like, I love writing. I love drawing. I love singing, dancing. Doesn't mean I'm all good at them. I just like doing them because I find them fun.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Everyone, this is Lilith.
This is Lilith.
She's currently preoccupied.
Yeah, she's about to like bark at something. You asked me what do I like? My creative pursuits definitely lie in like anything media related in terms of like video, more so photography and editing, that stuff. That is my forte. I love it.
Which you're good at.
Which I think I'm okay at. I think I do some pretty decent stuff, but I could do more. I just need to find more motivation for myself. Yeah, it's hard, but don't give up.
Nothing worth doing is easy.
Easy, no, nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, picking my nose is worth it. It's like, takes minimal effort.
That's fucking nasty.
It takes minimal effort. Like,
Don't.
But, back to seriousness, yeah, photography, media, digital media, I love that. And I love dancing. Like, when I first started anything creative, it was saxophone, playing an instrument, saxophone. I was the fattest motherfucker. Had this grade 4
Trigger warning.
Had this grade 4 like music class experiment. They brought all these mouthpieces from different instruments and we all just got to blow on it. Turns out I found out I'm good at blowing. Not just instruments, but just more than that too.
Oh, hide your kids.
Why kids?
Because
hide your sons that are over 18 and below 30. But
in case you were wondering,
I found out I like playing a saxophone. I was good at it. I was still shy because I was still a shy kid then, so I didn't know how to confidently play it. I should have just somehow broke out of that shell. Yeah. And then after that, I was in high school and still playing it 6 years in, 5 years in. And then I watched my cousin dance for a year, and then the year after, I was like, I'm going to join it. But it clashed with instrument and band, so I kind of decided to stick with dance, and I do not regret that. It helped me get a lot skinny. It helped me build confidence, helped me build a lot. And I'm forever thankful to that dance community. And I always try my hardest to support as much, to like still try and dance and do all sorts of stuff, just to like give back because it gave a lot to me.
That's the same thing I felt like with dancing. Like I'm not a dancer. I'm Not a dancer.
She's not a dancer.
Okay, it's okay when I say it.
She's an actor. Go on. It's okay when you say it.
Thank you, Robert.
You are welcome.
No, but I'm not a dancer. I don't claim myself to be one. I only started dancing 2-3 years ago now.
Yes.
I think 3 years ago, and just for fun. When I started, I was really bad. Because I had never danced before. I didn't know how to let loose. I didn't know how to roll my hips. I didn't know how to. I was stiff.
You were stiff.
Didn't have rhythm. But I found that as time went by, I naturally kind of had that rhythm. I naturally had that ability to dance.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I'm amazing at dancing. I definitely have improved since I started.
Yes,
but it's a fun outlet. It's such a fun outlet. And acting is more my thing, but just performing in general, I love. I find that I'm most confident when I'm on a stage,
yes.
especially when I'm with other people.
I agree with that.
And just that outlet for me is probably the best feeling in the world. To be on a stage, to perform for an audience, to interact with an audience. Honestly, in my life, nothing tops performing for me. It's one of the best feelings ever.
I second performing a lot. I love that. When I'm on stage, it's exhilarating. I feel different. I feel beside myself.
You have a whole other form of confidence.
Confidence, different personality. It's someone else. It's another me that I can't just easily pull out.
Yeah.
Back then, I couldn't easily pull out. Now, I realize it's just me. And I just love it. It's so rewarding. It's so good to be on stage. I love sometimes I love the attention.
Okay, but as a performer, attention is what you want.
Is what you want. That's it.
But the thing is, though, that's our way of finding our biggest passion, our happiness.
Yes. Yeah, so to tie it all back, it's, today's topic once again is I choose me, and it can be interpreted in many different ways.
Sure.
And there's so many different subtopics of it or ways to express it, but I just feel you need to focus on yourself, and it's such a big mental game. Once again, I implore everyone just to not have pressure, be happy. Just be happy, choose what you want to do.
Definitely easier said than done, but there are ways of working through that.
There are ways of doing that. Your dreams, unshackle that shit. That bitch needs to be free. Go do what you want to go do. If you want to be a stripper, go be the best motherfucking stripper. Make movies about you stripping.
Shake that ass.
Shake that ass, J-Lo. Get creative. Y'all might not be creative, but get creative in whatever field you are. If you like fucking collecting stones, collect every stone in this world.
Literally. That's a really good way of putting it.
Yeah, just collect every damn stone.
If there's something you want to do it.
Go 100%. Never go less than 100%. Just do 100%. If you don't like it, you find out you don't like it. You know.
My theatre teacher always told me, our class, whenever we were in class, and we were working on something, like a show, like a short performance, if we ever pitched something to him and we were like, oh, but this, he would always look us in the eye and be like, if you're going to do it, do it. Do it. Don't half-ass it. Don't hesitate. Just do it. That's what he would say all the time. He would just dead-ass look us in the eye and be like, if you're going to do it, do it.
Yeah, balls deep in everything you do, man.
Well, you can say it like that.
Yeah. But it's a big thing, guys, and you are more than capable of doing it. Always talk to someone about it. Have your friends, have your family. Yeah, everyone is. Never say you can't. I hate when people say you can't. I can't, or I can't. Stop doing that. Change your answer. Be
change your attitude.
I will do it. At some point, I will do it.
Yeah, it's okay to not do it straight away, but never say you can't do it. I know that's so cheesy.
But it really is. Once you say it for yourself, it's a barrier.
It came from somewhere, that saying. Yeah. So, as cheesy as it is, as overused as it is, it's true.
In terms of I Choose Me, do you have any big advice or anything that's very, something that is so ingrained into you that you want to just share to our listeners, to our viewers, or just anyone that does find this video? There must be something. Even if it's a quick little situation you've been in that you persevered through, at least sharing it. Maybe someone's been through it, maybe someone can relate, or at least it gives someone a perspective of how to deal with something.
I think a lot of, in this sort of questions, this scenario, a lot of people would probably bring up their past about being bullied.
Yeah.
And growing from that. Not everyone was bullied growing up. Everyone had their own issues, problems. So, I don't know. I guess I could use bullying as an example. Like I was bullied in primary school, middle school, like pretty much all through that time. Was not great. I lacked a lot of confidence at that time. I was definitely one of those people who had issues with fitting in. Like I always wanted to fit in, so I always tried to be someone I wasn't.
Yeah.
I definitely, like, as cliche as that sounds, like that's definitely a thing people go through. And I found myself being friends with people who were part of the wrong crowd. Like they're naughty kids, as you would say. Yeah, I got in trouble a lot at that time in my life. But at the same time, I was never fully accepted.
Yeah.
Those same people that I was hanging out with just made me feel like shit. I felt like an ugly duckling. I felt just out of place, always out of place, and I was always picked on, mostly for no reason. Half the time I would mind my business, but I was just picked on. I was just picked, and maybe I wasn't like traditionally like the pretty girl. Like I'm a tall bitch. Like
she's tall.
I was.
How tall are you?
I'm 178 centimeters tall, so I'm above average.
That's above.
So I've always been above average height wise. I'm just kidding. But anyway, no, but yeah, I was odd one out. Maybe I was a bit of an ugly duckling, but no, I was treated pretty badly. I had one or two like good friends at that time, but other than that, like primary school, middle school was hell for me. Not gonna lie, like it sucked, and I lacked a lot of confidence during that time, and I never thought I would have confidence. Yeah. But then I got to high school, and it changed for me. What's funny though is in high school was when I was diagnosed with my chronic illness.
Right.
And my appearance changed drastically, and my confidence just went, like, it got really bad. But the thing is, as I went through high school, the high school I went to had amazing people in it, amazing teachers. I was never bullied again. Everyone was like not necessarily friends, but respectful of each other.
Yeah.
And despite me struggling going through this illness, I had way more confidence then than I did when I was in middle school. So it turns out that your atmosphere, the environment you're in, the people you're around has such an intense, drastic, like impact on your life.
Yeah.
Like at times I would forget about the pain that I was in, all the factors of my illness that were happening to me, just because of the people that I had around me, the support. The teachers I had were amazing. They were so supportive, and it helped me go through high school with this almost debilitating illness that I had at the time, which was, I still have, but it's not as bad as it used to be. And it just showed me that having the right environment can have such a massive impact on your life. Yeah. For sure. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, I got through high school and I was a different person. By the time I graduated, I had so much more confidence. I made friends so easily. I was way more loud, way more outgoing, and I never felt like mean comments and stuff like that never affected me ever again. Not gonna lie, never again. I have never been affected by mean comments since then. Not that anyone has bullied me since then either.
Yeah. But if they did, you would
after
collapse.
And then I finished high school, and at that time when I finished high school, my illness had been put under control, so that was also good. Of course, a chronic illness is something that stays there, doesn't go away, so it does have its repercussions, but that's another story. But yeah, I got into uni, I made new friends, Robbie, for example, and I realized the true meaning of friendship, by the way, as cheesy as that is. You really discover who your real friends are when you go into adulthood. Like, it's a totally different... Like, out of high school, I only have the one friend. Yeah. Like, one friend that I still see, and someone I've known since grade 5. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, no, definitely, like, it's a journey. Like, life is a goddamn journey. But what I took from it is environment and who you are around is very, 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 very important. And I can't stress that enough.
That is right. Mm-hmm. So if you yourself are in a situation where you're around those naughty people, a destructive atmosphere or whatnot, get yourself
out. Just to add quickly, I can't imagine going through the first stages of my illness at that same school that I was having trouble at. I don't know how I would get through it at all. And I had my very, very first early stages in the last couple of months of that school in grade 9 before I went to the new school. Yeah. And this is going to sound terrible, and this is true, but the symptoms that I was starting to show, like at the beginning, I was being made fun of for at that school that I was going to. And could you imagine if I had not changed schools at that time when my symptoms had gotten worse?
You all the way until...
Yeah. So I'm so grateful that I went to that high school, which is QACI, by the way, if you want to know.
For those in Brisbane,
For those
Australia,
in Brisbane, I went to
definitely go that school
QACI.
if you want to go to creative.
Yeah. And it was a lovely school. So.
Good.
But anyway, continue with you.
But yeah, just like you said, your atmosphere, who you're around, definitely that impacts. So if you're in a bad, negative state like that, get yourself out of there. Find something. Look for someone. Seek out help. Call your 1-800 some sort of help, whether you're a child, a grown adult. Call your mental headspace, and just talk to someone about it, and get yourself.
It's always okay to talk to someone about it.
Yeah.
Never think of yourself as a burden.
Yeah.
A lot of people think they're a burden, but you're not that. You're never that. If you need help, you need help.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And there's always people there that they're passionate about helping people and being there for you.
Mm-hmm.
You just haven't met them. You just don't know about them, because whoever else is around you, they're telling you those people don't exist, and they're showing you that they don't exist because that's all you're around. That's all you see. So that's all you're gonna think that exists in this world. Shitty people who don't care, who are gonna bully you, who are gonna.
There's always gonna be
put
people
you
like
down.
that.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of life.
Yeah. You just need to learn how to build your confidence, create a shield for yourself, and deflect anything that does not enhance, benefit, or
Build you
provide support for you. And it's okay to suddenly not be friends with someone that you've known for how many years, but they've never been anything but bad to you.
For sure.
Fuck them.
Toxic relationship, friendships, that could relate to the previous
Some
podcast.
people have been engaged or in a relationship for like 10 years and they still don't get married, and then you find out this person doesn't give two shits about you, and then you find someone in 2 weeks and you get married because this person loves you, this person showed so much to you, they've supported you, different circumstances, but just be happy, just look after yourself.
You are important. You're the most important.
And
You should always be first.
Yeah, always choose me. Always
above
choose
friends,
yourself.
above family. Then you are you. You are the most important thing in your life.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay to be selfish. It's okay. Like a lot of people have such a negative stigma towards the word selfish.
Yeah.
But there is a positive way of being selfish and a negative selfish as well. So we need to be able to differentiate between those two.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to play your music today?
But thank you guys for tuning in and listening to this episode. I hope you like it. I hope you learn something from it, that you can take something away from it that will benefit you, that will help you, or something that you can just share to someone that you know that might need it.
For sure.
100%. Like don't be afraid to share. I know it's a podcast, but don't be afraid to share it to someone who might actually benefit from it. And I hope you guys continue to like and subscribe to the podcast.
Like and subscribe. Press the bell button for notifications.
That's the one. We have our visual podcast, and we also have a podcast with no visuals but amazing voices and some funny shit and good content to listen to, which is on Spotify and hopefully soon.
Thank you for listening.
If you want to follow Ayca, please go onto Instagram and follow Ayca _Chacha_Ilmaz. Anyway, it'll be linked, so make sure you follow that.
Here.
Follow me, subscribe me, and I'll always keep you updated.
Subscribe me.
Anyway, thank you for joining in. I hope you guys enjoy your days, your day, your night, your morning, whatever it is for you right now. I hope you enjoy it and be good.